So this year I went a little bit more on my wild side and got a pink iPhone 13 mini. This is the color I ended up just really liking the most. It really did come down between the midnight and this, but I just really think this had a unique take. And it really looks more blush than pink. It's a really, really light color. And honestly, I really like it. I do not regret buying this color at all. And honestly, from the front, it just looks so great. I love the kind of just like really light colored border. It's silver, but with a little bit more flair. So I thought, if I'm going a little bit more for the flair this year, why not try out a nice flary little case, which is the Spigen Liquid Crystal Glitter case. I know that this is definitely going to be a popular option for people who enjoy it a little bit more, because I've seen these glitter cases all over the place. Initially, I thought, who would ever want to do that? And then I kind of realized people do enjoy when their cases kind of have a little bit more of a sparkle and edge. Just it looks a little bit more unique. So I'm going to be checking out the Spigen Liquid Crystal Glitter case. Now, the liquid crystal cases I'm not usually a fan of for one simple reason. It's usually because they aren't that good long term. But I really did want to give it another shot just to see what it looks like. Why I say they're not good long term is because they do start to yellow after a certain time. It's just the inherent nature of this material. It is super flexible and super lightweight, and it will kind of take impact really well. But the problem is, it just doesn't really do a good job when it comes to aging. But overall, this is a really nice case. It is very, very lightweight, so I think it'll pair really well with the 13 minis for sure. As you guys can see, the bottom has cutouts for the lightning and the speaker grills. And I don't know if you guys can tell just on my back. Yeah, right there, you guys can see those sparkles in there. The thing I'm surprised by actually is there's little air cushions in there, if you guys can see, for impact. Taking impacts and shocks. So that's a good thing. That means that this should do a good job with drops. So let me go ahead and put the case on the phone and show you guys what it looks like with the sparkle case. Now, of course, my camera won't do the greatest job of picking it up now that I need it to, but it does have a really nice look to it. It's still a clear case without a doubt, but it does look slightly darker. Like the color, it does look like a slightly darker more grayish color, but the sparkles really, really do add to the look. It does add a little bit more of I guess sparkle is just a little bit too on the nose. I'm looking for a more descriptive word, but it does add a little bit more of that fire. That's a term that people use with diamonds, where whenever the light reflects off of it and it shines, that there is a little bit more of that going on. It does add a more interesting look to it. And the fun thing is that even the sides, which of course my camera is doing a terrible job of picking up, are also the same sparkly finish. So it's going to look sparkly all around. And I think that with darker colors, perhaps you're going to be able to see the sparkle even more. So if you have the black or the blue or even the red, I think those will really show it off. I think the lighter colors kind of just hide the look of that sparkle going on. But overall, I really do think that the look of it is interesting. It doesn't look too extremely insane, but at the same time, it gives it just a little bit more of that flair that I think a lot of people might be looking for, especially given, all iPhones kind of look the same more or less. So cases are really the only way you can personalize them. The case does do a good job in terms of just full protection. It does cover all the sides really well. The power button is fully covered as well. There is a raised little edge here so that you can press them. And press wise, it does feel slightly tight right now, but from my experience, this does get better really quick, so you don't have to worry too much about it. The volume buttons are the same. They're completely covered, but there is a raised plastic edge here on the side as well. And then of course you've got that vibrate switch that is exposed. But overall, the phone and the case are a pretty good pairing. I think they look really nice, and overall, I wouldn't mind using this. Now, the only thing is, be warned. This case might start to yellow after a little while. It's just, again, the inherent nature of this material. It's not that it's a cheap quality case. It's just the material tends to do that, especially after exposure to the sun and just using it more and more. It does just tend to yellow out and look slightly less fresh and pristine as maybe the Ultra Hybrid looks even after a couple of months. So do keep that in mind. I do think that this is an interesting option, and if you're looking to get a case with just a little bit more of a flair to it, this is a great option. So if you want to check this case out, or the Ultra Hybrid, which is the a little bit more of the plain version of this, but gonna not yellow as this one will, I'll have them all linked down in the description below, so go check those out, and a bunch of other 13 and 13 mini cases. They're all in the description. Those links really do help me, guys. When you do click them, they do help the channel a lot, so I really appreciate whenever you do that. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow me on social media. I have all the handles right here on the screen, and of course, linked down in the description as well. Go check me out over there for behind-the-scenes stuff and more case photos and videos. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more 13 mini content, guys. I will catch you in the next one.